Yo, breakthrough alert. Breakthrough alert. Um, I, in my journaling session this morning, I, how did this come up? I was thinking about, I don't know how it came up, but I was thinking about what is the problem. What problem do I have with the mediocre life, the regular, work life balance lifestyle, the slow lane, that as MJ DeMarco describes it. And it came down to I related, or I looked up a couple of conversations that I've had, where this had come up, and I realized that the biggest thing was for me the control over my time, the ability to choose how I spend my time. I think there's an argument that, like, in my past job, like I generally enjoyed programming and solving problems, but it's like, and like I could have used that as an excuse to be like, yeah, I feel like I get my fix in at work, and I get my, like, kind of problem solving, get my brain turned on, that kind of thing. But what happens when that fades away? Or what happens when, you know, one day you just don't feel like programming and instead you want to ski an extra day? Or you want to take a vacation to the Bahamas? Or you want to, like, you know, work on your hobby that you're just passionate about one more day, one more week? You don't have the choice to do that. You can make the excuse, oh yeah, you could just put in PTO. But to an extent, how much PTO do you have? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 5 weeks? It's a finite amount. And so this realization of, like, what the the path, the script that the rich follow is their income is not tied to their time. They have assets that are working for them that don't require them to clock in and clock out. Even if you're a salaried employee, doesn't matter. And I was thinking about that, and I made this distinction, or this connection with, I was listening to some video a while ago from Hamza, from, like, early on, and he was talking about how, I don't remember the specific context, but he was really worried about, like, his channel dying, essentially, and this anxiety of, like, you have to constantly produce content, or else your channel basically slowly declines. And I think it's important for me to realize, and this was this realization, that YouTube is not, like, we think that YouTube and social media is, like, fully detached from your time, passive income, it generates AdSense while you sleep. But it's not fully detached. You have to continually show up. You can't take a year off, and do nothing, because your channel will slowly start to die. And, like, you need that constant presence. You need to be constantly showing up in people's feeds, for you to get that attention for AdSense, brands, selling your own products, whatever it is. And so, I was thinking, I I realized I don't really want to be let me frame it this way. Becoming a YouTuber does not fully fit the fast lane because it does not fit the commandment of time. And so I realized that my website and any like business that has a website or like a funnel to any kind of course or product, those do fit the commandment of time. They are fully detached from your time. You put in the upfront effort, and then you don't have to do anything besides tweak a couple things every once in a while, for those to continually to provide for you. They are assets that continually provide for you. So I realized, then I was like, okay, so like I don't think I want the same end goal that Hamza has achieved. I don't think I want to be a full-time YouTuber. So like what role does YouTube and social media play in my life? And I realized this connection. I was listening to a podcast. I was in the middle of Utah, driving back to Colorado from California, listening to DailyV and who was it? Let me find it. Where is it? Gary V. No, I have to find it. My retention, my YouTube analytics, what? I thought it was in here somewhere. Sorry, I'm just looking. Anyway, Gary V and someone else, he basically said, and this stuck with me, that social media is just marketing for your. Wow, I did not do that. Let me start over. We're gonna edit that part out. I'm not gonna edit that part out. That social media is just marketing for your brand. The objective of any kind of social media is to pique the viewer's interest enough for them to go to your bio, go to your description or whatever, and click the link in the description to go to whatever it is you want them to see. Whether that's your long form podcast, your website, some, offer, your newsletter, whatever it is. And hearing that was like revolutionary for me, because I've been so like against getting on short form content. 'Cause I'm like, I don't think the people that I want to attract are watching short form content. Like the attention span is just like bleh. But this realization of the goal is not to constantly like produce, to be a short form, content creator. The goal of that is just to get traffic towards whatever. It could be long form. So like you could throw out YouTube shorts and TikToks and whatever, and in your description be like, hey, if this was a clip from like my podcast, go check it out. And that was like revolutionary for me. So I think reframing this like social media for me as simply just marketing for my website or whatever business I create that is detached from my time. Let me see what else. Yeah. The only other thing I wanted to say that I thought through was like, what's my like end game content business strategy? Like what's the goal here? And I think there are a couple things that could like tweak a little bit. But basically, it's number one is a business or a set of businesses, like niche businesses that are completely detached from my time. I can drive traffic to them through ads or from email list or social media content, but like social media is active and not detached from my time. So business and or a massive email list. And this is what I'm learning from .com secrets is like the goal is to own your traffic. And the only way to own your traffic is or the main way to own your traffic is through getting people's email. And there have been many people that have built massive businesses just off of newsletters. Just look at Morning Brew. So anyway, so it's like, basically what I realized was I need to, email list is going to be the end game, and then building out my website, my current website, or learning how to build out my website so that I can build out a new like niche website that solves a very specific problem for people. So yeah, to recap, I realized that social media for me is not detached from my time. And so the role that it plays, whether that's YouTube, Twitter, Shorts, whatever it is, the thing I need to remind myself is it's just marketing. It's just to build an audience so that I can help people through the things that are detached from my time, and those things are going to be revolve around my website and an email list. And so focusing my core, like focus on how do I build out valuable offers, content through the written word, which was an important distinction because I like writing, and I think writing for me is going to be the most valuable medium. That said, this comes back to the pre-decision to start these DailyVs, which was video versus written content, written word. And I think that still applies, that video has more reach, but it fits still under this idea that social media is just marketing, just to drive traffic, to build your audience on your email list, or to drive traffic to your website, whatever like value you provide and help people with. So I think that still applies, but yeah, the focus is not based on today's journal session. The focus is not to become the best YouTuber in the world. The focus for YouTube is just get good at practicing storytelling. I foresee myself making courses and whatever, helping people through video. So I'm going to need to learn to get good speaking on camera, speaking verbally, and telling stories verbally. So that's still a skill that I need in my toolbox. But the goal is not to become the best YouTuber in the world. The goal for YouTube is just to gain an audience of loyal people that are just generally interested in my life, and that believe I have some kind of value that I can provide them, and then direct all of that attention and traffic towards my website, which will host the assets that I create that are the most valuable for those people. So like I won't get into that story for another video. Anyway, it was a long summary, but anyway, that's what I'm thinking about. Today's December 3rd. We're here at Frisco. It's currently snowing. It's Saturday. I'm fogging up my windshield here. And yeah, so 1 p.m. Gonna upload this video, grab some food, head to the library, do some more reading. Maybe I could meditate at the library. Yeah, I realized last night that I need to prioritize meditation a little bit more for reasons that I will leave for another video. Anyway, I hope this was valuable, kind of insight into what I'm thinking about and the breakthrough that I had this morning. Unbelievable breakthrough. Anyway, catch you tomorrow. See ya.